Am I an ex-hockey player? No. I grew up in New York City. I grew up in Manhattan. I moved to New Jersey when I was 10, so mostly I consider myself a New Jerseyan. And no, I did start to play when I moved to New Jersey. There weren't a lot of rinks in Manhattan, so no, I did not play. I played the regular sports, baseball, basketball. Then we came to Jersey and I started to skate a little bit, but no, I was not a player. Baseball was my sport, basketball, and then soccer. Yes?
I have a question and a request.
Sure.
The question is, since your voice is very valuable in the profession, what happens or what takes place with the procedure if you get laryngitis, if you get ill?
Okay.
How does that work?
Okay. Fortunately, it has not happened. I take great pains to make sure that I don't lose my voice. And there are ways you can do it. You drink tea, for instance, a lot of hot tea to try to keep my vocal cords relaxed. Also, it's like anything else, kind of like working out at a club. The first time you go in there to lift weights and you're like, oh, I'm really sore. The more you do it, the more your body becomes accustomed to it. So as I've moved on in my career, my voice has become accustomed to speaking loudly and frequently, and raising my voice as the excitement dictates. So I've kind of broken my body in, if you will. However, should something happen where I miss a game, Sherry Ross, my partner, would step in. In fact, that's happened twice in our relationship. We've worked together now 4 years. We just completed our 4th year together. Once my father-in-law passed away, so I couldn't make the game because of his funeral. And the second time was I actually moved over to the television side because one of their guys got sick. And so I moved over and did play-by-play there, and on an emergency basis she had to fill in for me. She did a great job. She became the first woman to announce a hockey game in its entirety ever, and was honored by the New Jersey legislature for that. So I work with a pioneer, I really do. I work with a groundbreaker who never let people's opinions and thoughts about what she could or couldn't do ever stand in the way. So that's what we have. She would fill in for me. Knock on wood. It's only happened 2 times, and hopefully I won't. Yeah, sure.
Can you give us a little taste of announcing and how you would do that?
Sure. So, let's see. All right, here we go, right? This is kind of how the beginning of the game would go. And I'll take you through, 60 seconds or so of how a game would sound on the radio. So now you have to imagine we just have had a commercial play. Helps pay the bills. They pay to advertise on our station, which by the way is WFAN. And here we go. Welcome back everyone to the Prudential Center. I'm Matt Laughlin along with Sherry Ross, getting ready for the start of today's game as the New Jersey Devils play host to the New York Rangers. In the goal to my right, the 24-year-old goalie for the New York Rangers. Well, actually he's 28. 28-year-old goalie for the New York Rangers, Henrik Lundqvist. He comes in with a record of 13 wins, 6 losses, and 1 overtime loss. His goals against average is 2.65, and he has 2 shutouts. The New Jersey Devils, to my left, it'll be Marty Brodeur in goal, making his 14th consecutive start on the season. Marty has racked up 27 wins this season against just 4 losses, one of the best records in the National Hockey League, and one of the best of his career. We're ready for the opening face-off at center ice as Travis Zajac steps in to take the draw for the Devils. He'll be opposed by the Rangers' Brandon Dubinsky. Our referees tonight are Paul Dvorsky and Pierre Rasico. And puck is dropped and we're underway. The Devils have control as Zajac plays it back to his defense. Andy Green will pick it up there. Green in his 5th year in the National Hockey League leads the Devils in goals with 7. He'll wind it out to the right side of the ring, passes it down the boards, looking for Zach Parise, cutting in front. Parise with the shot, stopped by Lundqvist. Rebound covered up quickly. We'll have a face-off to the right of Lundqvist. Just 13 seconds into the game, the Devils with an early opportunity, but Lundqvist coming up with the save. Sherry would say something witty at that point. Oh, Matt, that was a great move by Zach Parise, but Lundqvist stood up to the test. Thanks, Sherry. Now the face-off takes place. They drop the puck. Zajac wins it back to the defense. Long shot by Biggie. Shoots. He scores! Rangers. By the way, the New York Rangers are our biggest rivals. They are our biggest rival by far. So anytime the Devils can beat the Rangers, or anytime those two teams play, I got time for a few more questions. I have to pick up my son at his school. He gets out at 3 o'clock, so I will be leaving around 2:30. You've been great. We'll have plenty of time to get some questions. Right back there. Yes, you. Yes, you. Quietly. Do the New Jersey Devils play on TV? Absolutely they do. They play on a cable channel, MSG Plus, and I'm not exactly sure on your particular cable system what number that would be. But all of their games are televised. Say that again? Is there a rink close to Turtleback Zoo? Yes, it is. The Cody Arena in West Orange. Actually, there are 2 rinks there. And for many years, until the Devils moved to Newark, they practiced there. The Devils would practice in West Orange, and we would play our games at the old Meadowlands Arena, now the IZOD Center, up in East Rutherford. But the Prudential Center opened up, and we have moved there. And the team has a practice rink actually in the building. So we have 2 rinks in our building. But yes, in West Orange there was actually really exciting. How many years have they played? How many years have the New Jersey Devils played? 1982-83 was their first season. So we are coming up on whatever that number is. Coming up actually on our 29th anniversary, but our 30th year. One of those crazy things. Yeah, we've been here for nearly 30 years, not quite. Excuse me, please. Thanks, you guys have been great. I really appreciate it, but I just have a little difficulty hearing the question, bud. Am I good at tongue twisters? Do I get tongue-tied? Absolutely. I am a human being. I am not a machine. And yes, every once in a while, I get tongue-tied. However, getting tongue-tied often in my business would not lead to longevity. And eventually they would look for someone who's less tongue-tied. So while it does happen because I'm human, the fact of the matter is, it doesn't happen often. That's